Question 21. We have 3x minus 4 into x plus 6 is equal to what? So let's repeat the first term and now we expand. Negative 4 times x will give you negative 4x. Then negative 4 times 6 will give you minus 24. Now let's simplify further. 3x minus 4x will give you negative x, then minus 24. So the correct answer is option B. If 5 into 2x minus 1 bracket close is equal to 35, then x is equal to, so first we multiply this by this to get 5 times 2x, which is 10x. So this is 10x. Then 5 by negative 1 will give you negative 5 is equal to 35. Then let's group similar terms. We have 10x is equal to 35 plus 5. Now when we simplify, we get 10x. 10x is equal to 40. Now divide both sides by 10 to get x is equal to 4. So this answer is correct. If x is an integer that satisfies the inequality, then so we just have to divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. Then we know 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then 2 divided by 2, that's 2x divided by 2 is still x. Then less than or equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the correct answer is A. Given that 3 times 6 is equal to 12 and 2 times 5, 2 star 5 is not times, it's star. 2 star 5 is 9. Then A star B may be defined as, so we need to examine this. We know 3 star 6 is equal to 12. So how will you manipulate 3 and 6 to get 12? You multiply 3 by 2 and add 6, you get 12. So let's look at this one too. 2 star 5 is equal to 9. So how will you operate this? We need to maintain the same thing that we did here. So 2 times the first number, which is 2 plus 5. And that will be equal to 9. Because 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. In the same way here, 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. So this means that the operation is, if you take A star B, then multiply the first one by 2, which is 2A, then add the second one, which is B. So the correct answer is D. Now we have this. If P plus Q is equal to negative 1 and PQ is equal to negative 6, then PQ plus Q cube is, so this is P cube, then Q cube. So this is plus, okay. We have a relation for this particular expression. We can use that relation. That will be P plus Q. P plus Q then into we have P squared plus PQ, P squared plus PQ, then plus Q squared. Yeah, I'm sure this is the formula for that. So P plus Q from this is -1. Then P squared is we don't know P, we don't know Q. So we need to solve for them. So let's do that. Let me clear all this so that we can solve. We solve step by step. So we don't know P, we don't know Q. We know PQ. Let's do that. So we solve simultaneously. This is equal to -1. So we make one of them the subject. So from this we have P is equal to -1 minus Q. Now let's plug in this into this. So we will get P into we have P equal what? -1 minus Q. So we are going to get Q here into -1 minus Q is equal to -6. So what next do we do? We factor let's expand this. We get -Q minus Q squared is equal to -6. So let's bring all this here. We bring all this here, we get Q squared minus Q. Now it's plus positive Q, then it's -6. -6 is equal to 0. So we have this quadratic trinomial. So to factor this, we look for 2 factors of -6 that will add up to 1. But the coefficient of Q here is 1. So 2 factors of -2 that will add up to 1 is 3 and -2. So we have the factors to be P plus 3, then P minus 2 is equal to 0. So this tells us that either P is equal to -3 or P is equal to 2. Now let's pick one of them and use. And it will get the same answer. If P is 2, let's say P is 2, we put 2 here. If P is 2, then we have 2 plus Q is equal to -1. It means that Q will be equal to -1 minus 2. So Q will be equal to -3. So we got an answer for Q, we got an answer for P. So when P is 2, Q is negative 3. So let's use this. Let's use this over here. So we have 2 cube plus Q cube, which is negative 3 cube. And that will give us 8 minus 27. 8 minus 27, which will be equal to negative 21, negative 19, negative 19, negative 19. So the answer here is correct, negative 19. The distance L that an elastic string is stretched by hanging an object of mass m varies directly as the mass of the object. So the distance L varies directly as the mass of the object. Now we're told that if a 5 kg object, so in this case L will be equal to km, where k is the constant of proportionality. So when m is equal to 5 kg, then we substitute 5 here to get 5k, then stretches the string 31 centimeters. So L will be equal to 31. So we need to solve for k. K will be equal to 31 over 5. If you multiply both numerator and denominator by 2, you get 62 over 10. And this is equal to 6.2. Now, we want to find, so the equation, the relationship between the length and the mass is now given by L is equal to 6.2 times m. Now we're given that how far will a 29 kg object stretch the string? So it means we're giving m, we want to find L. So L will be equal to 6.2 times 29. And that will be equal to 179.8 centimeters. So this answer is the correct one. 27. Given that A is equal to this. We are supposed to find 3A. So to find 3A, this is a scalar multiplication of matrices. We multiply each of the entries by the scalar 3. So we get 3 times 1, which is 3. Then 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times negative 3, which is negative 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 0 is still 0. 3 times 5 is 15. So the correct answer is A. This answer is correct. Now let's look at item 28. Refers to the following matrix P. So this is the matrix. This is 8. This is 7. This is 6. And this is 5. The determinant of P, denoted by this, is, so the determinant, just multiply the leading diagonals, multiply them, subtract it from the trace, the product of the trace. So if you multiply this by this, you get 8 by 5, which is 40. Then subtract from 7 times 6, which is 42. 40 minus 42 is equal to negative 2. So the answer is negative 2. item 29 refers to the following vectors P and Q. So we have vector P to be this, and we have vector Q to be this. So we are supposed to find P minus Q. So P minus Q will be equal to 3 minus 2. 7 minus 5. And that will be equal to 5, 2. So it means the correct answer is C. Now let's look at the 30th item. Refers to the following diagram of triangle PQR, in which L is the midpoint. So this is the midpoint of PR. This is PR. And QP is equal to A and QR is equal to B. Vector PL expressed in terms of A and B is. So we know PL is half of PR. So vector PL is equal to half of PR. So, and we need to express PR in terms of A and B. In terms of vector, position vector A and B. So, from the diagram, we know that PR is moving this way. So, it's going to meet QR and PQ. So, that will be QR plus PQ. QR plus PQ. But we know that QR is A. QR is B. This vector is B. And we're given that QP is A, but we know QP is negative of PQ. QP, vector QP, so vector PQ that we got here is equal to negative of this, which is equal to negative A. So we plug in negative A here, and this is the same as this. So the answer is correct. This answer B is the correct choice. Do not forget to click the subscribe button for more amazing videos.